This centipede is a predator.
Welcome, students, to another fabulous episode of Manhood Academy Interviews. This interview will be dedicated to all the haters out there. We're gonna interview a girlfriend of one of our mods. Yes, surprisingly enough, one of our mods has acquired a girlfriend. Her name is Natalia. She's a lovely vision. Welcome, Natalia.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's so exciting to meet you and talk to you. We've had Stingray on for quite a while. We first met him when he was a young dork. He was a big guy. He was into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, very dangerous, very deadly. But once he left the ring, he was just it was like talking to a blob. Not a lot came out of him. Not too surprising that he had social problems. And we took him under our wing, and then lo and behold, now he's a bustling package of energy. He can speak complete sentences. We can hear his full thoughts. He's even got feelings in those thoughts, included in those thoughts. It's really a nice transformation. What's your experience with Stingray? How did you guys meet up? I heard it was through Adult Friend Finder. He was looking for some hot hoes to bang, and he found you.
Something like that. No, we actually met on OkCupid dating site.
Sexy.
And I wasn't really looking for anything. I didn't know why I was really on there. Just honestly, it was kind of to get attention.
Hold on a second. Look to your left. Is there a large Aryan Viking sitting to your left?
Oh, yeah.
Could you tell him to go do the dishes or something? Because we're trying to have an interview here.
Okay.
The fuck out. Sorry, we had technical difficulties.
Snap.
Okay, let's continue.
Where was I?
So you met Stingray, and
I really liked his info on his profile section.
Yeah, don't give it away, but just give me the gist of what you were into. What caught your eye, I guess, as far as the info goes?
He knew what he wanted. He said, "This is what I want. Like, I don't want a chick that's gonna be all, who's gonna be the boss.
Right.
I want a cute, down-to-earth chick who will kind of listen to what I say and just kind of go along with what I do." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." Because the guys I've dated in the past they don't know what they're doing. And they're like, "Well, you decide what we should do." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to do. You decide." So I'm like, "Oh, he's probably gonna, plan everything, be the boss, be in charge."
Right. Hang on one second. I'm gonna shut the door. I hear people hammering outside. These motherfuckers always want to play construction when I'm in the middle of an interview, an important interview, nonetheless.
How rude of them.
I know, how rude. Okay, so you thought, oh, this guy, he's a real man. He's a man's man. He takes charge of the relationship, finally, as opposed to all these new age guys who are raised by single mom and used to think, oh, you know what, I need to throw yet another one of my coats down over a puddle so a chick can cross it.
That's awesome.
So, you guys have been together for how long?
Probably about 5 to 6 months now.
Wow. So you initially went out with him, and how was that? What was it like dating him?
It was really good because he led the conversations. I didn't feel like I was the one that had to start the conversations or find something interesting to say. And
I wish our dates were like that over at the academy. Sometimes I have to lead him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes. Not so much now, but I would say in the past, it's like pulling teeth talking to him. But as of late, he's had no problem opening up and starting the conversation. In fact, I talked to him last night, and it was just nonstop him leading the conversation. I was just reacting to what he was saying, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed. This guy came a long way.
Dang.
Yeah, it's like night and day. You wouldn't have recognized him if you had seen him a few years ago.
Probably not.
You might not have even have been attracted to him if you'd met him a few years ago. I mean, you might have thought, oh, what a nice-looking man, and then talked to him for about 5 minutes and thought, uh-oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably, I don't know.
So you've been together for a little while, and what's the, I heard, or I didn't hear, yesterday I listened to a little book of poems, or not poems, but, what was it?
The 24 things.
24 things I like about you. Oh, so sweet. I got a boner. I almost started masturbating just reading it. It was 24 things. Tell us about that. It was so beautiful.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of a way to give him a present to know how much I know how he thinks, and I know what he'll like.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he doesn't really like clothes or, you know, artificial whatever stuff. So I was just trying to think of something that would let him know that I love you and I know how you're feeling. I know kind of who you are as a person.
Right.
So I created a little book. It's kind of
nice. You did. A little book of, what was it? 24 different feelings you had for him, or things you thought you had about him, or what was it?
24 things I love about you.
Yeah. So beautiful. Read some of them. He read some of them aloud, like a poetry reading, a slam poetry reading. And very touching, I must say.
Thanks.
I wish it could have been a little more articulate, but, you know, I have high standards, so.
I was trying to keep it short and to the point. I didn't want to write out.
No, I want to hear the long form. I want to hear what you really, all the juicy thoughts are what get you excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about doing that. But
that's next year. It's going to be more thorough, more elaborate, more in-depth.
Yeah.
So how is it like, what's it like dating a Manhood Academy student compared to guys in the past you've dated?
Oh my God, it's so much easier. It just makes my life easier. Because I can actually just be a girl. Not have to, you know, act like a dude. Like, I don't like acting like a man. Being like, you need to help me do this, or we're going to do this at this time. I like how he plans everything and he tells me what we're going to do. And he just acts like a real man.
Wow.
So they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to tell me how they're feeling. I have to squeeze it out of them, and then again, it's like, I still don't know what they're feeling.
Yeah.
They don't know how to express themselves very well.
Wow, I'm impressed, because that was one of his biggest problems, was learning how to express himself. It was like pulling teeth. It was probably like dating with one of those guys that you've gone out with in the past, but now it's very easy to talk to him. It's actually pretty enjoyable to talk to him.
Yeah.
Unlike talking to you. Yeah. Come on. I think we need to enroll you at the academy.
No, I like him. I like how he can express himself, because I have a hard time with it sometimes. Like, he has to kind of guide me, and kind of like right now, you're like, come on, tell me how you feel.
Yeah, because if I was Stingray, number one thing I'd be concerned with is the feelings, because a lot of your thoughts are nice, genuine thoughts, and they're very nice to hear, but there's not a lot of feeling attached to them, because you're not giving yourself permission to express that feeling. So you have the thought, but without the feeling in there, I don't get the boner. With the feeling, you get the boner. You get the, it's the enforcement of that thought. It's like saying, I love you, right? I could mean that, and that could be my real thought, but if I just say, I love you, it's very sterile, it's very bland, it's very forgettable, because the feeling is divorced from that. If I'm very self-conscious, I'm like, I'm worried about you, what you think about me, and then I don't want you to think I'm a loser, so I don't want to put my feeling in there. I haven't given myself permission to put my feeling in there. But if I say, I love you, right? My eyes sparkle, my face gets animated, my body language, I love you. Like my body language is in sync with it. My voice tone, you could hear it, my voice, you could hear that low register, I love you. Then it has impact. Now your panties get wet, because that feeling is included with a thought. So the thought becomes like more meaningful, it becomes powerful and effective, right? Yeah. If you just say, I love you, honey, you may really feel that, but I don't feel that. I don't get the same impact of what you're saying. So that's a huge thing, is to include that thought, to say, okay, that's my thought. I'm going to take the blame for it. Or, I'm sorry, that's my feeling. I'm going to take the blame for it. And that's a lot of the reason why you don't include your feeling with what you're saying, is because you don't want to take the blame for it. But that's what we taught Stingray how to do. And hopefully he'll teach you how to do that over time. You'll include that feeling. See, like when you're like, your face lights up, your smile's there, that makes you want to grab you and bend you over a desk. See? It works.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, what?
He's probably listening to the door.
Yeah, he's probably listening through the door. Well, I promised Stingray I would try to steal you at some point. That's why I didn't put my shirt on for this interview. And I said, look, Stingray, this girl, if you're in charge of this girl, she's going to love you. And he was worried, Professor, you're going to talk to her, you're going to steal her away, because I teach here. And I said, look, it doesn't work that way, you dummy. If a girl is into you, it's because you're leading her, you're doing the things necessary for the relationship. You're taking the male role, which is exactly what she needs. And if you meet her needs, it's just that simple. If you meet her needs, she'll fall in love with you. It's just a natural consequence of meeting somebody's needs. So if he's meeting your needs, she'll fall in love with you. It's not like I could just come in all of a sudden, hey, guess what? I'm the professor from Manhood Academy. Now you're mine. And he thinks sometimes he's that little neurotic voice in the back. He says, what if? I don't know if I should let him interview her. He might steal her away. So I thought maybe I'd fly you over to California, put you in a nice pair of bikini cut panties, and just take you on a date to the kitchen and have you cook something for me and bend you over the stove if you'd like that, if you're into that.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Well, that was easy. I guess I screwed him over. I told him it wouldn't work, but it seems like it has worked. And now I have to shut down the academy. Basically,
Oh my God.
you basically crushed the academy by agreeing to go on a date with me, by agreeing to to give me a blowjob right after you land the plane and get off of it. You basically undermined everything we taught here.
Oh my God.
I am speechless. I don't even know where to take the interview. Well, let's just go back to your former ex-boyfriend before you met me. What was it like? When did you know you were falling in love with him, or when did you feel like? Was it at probably not at the first date? Maybe you had a little butterflies. You thought, oh, this is nice. But what point did you thought, oh, I might like this guy?
When I didn't feel alone anymore. Honestly.
Speak up, please.
When I didn't feel alone, like when he met my needs.
Oh, okay. That's the ebook answer. We don't want the ebook answer. We want your girly answer.
Oh, when did I know I was in love with him? I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There was like a certain day or a certain time period, or you started thinking about it more and you thought, oh, Stingray. Like, when did you start thinking, oh, Stingray, can't wait to call you, can't wait to...
I don't know, just when I'd just be in the middle of my day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd just be like, oh, I miss this guy, even though I saw him like a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, wow. How soon did that happen? Was that early on, or was that,
okay, honestly,
yesterday? It started yesterday.
it was after he made me cry.
Oh, he made you cry. When did he make you cry? I gotta hear this story. So he backhanded you because you were talking shit. You weren't vacuuming when he told you to vacuum, and he just backhanded you when you started crying, and then you thought, oh, this guy's so hot.
Something like that. No, he said something, and I was just very surprised by how emotional I got. I was like, wow, why do I care so much about what he thinks?
Right. What did he tell you? Like, give me the gist of what he told you.
Oh my God, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like,
And did he come back in the room again? Tell him to get out of here. Tell him we're in the middle of an interview.
he's gone.
Okay, good.
I don't know if I want to share this because it's like kind of personal.
Well, speaking about it in general terms, you don't have to give us the exact wording, but give us kind of the gist.
It was just like, I wasn't meeting one of his needs.
Oh, one of those needs. Oh, I'd make you meet that need on the first date.
Oh my God. But, he just
Multiple
didn't.
times.
Oh my God.
Okay, and he just said, look, if you're not going to take DP with my friend Alfonso, it's over.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so...
Like, I didn't want to say it was like an ultimatum.
Right, he said the gangbang is happening, and you said, no, it's not, and then what did he say?
And then he's like, well, I don't know. He knows how to get through to me to make me feel, like this is going to sound, to make me feel bad, but then again, it's like in a good way.
Bad in a good way. Okay, so he said, look, I'll be Stingray, okay? And you be you, okay? We'll do a little role playing.
Okay.
Natalia,
Yes.
we've been dating for a week now, and I think it's time that I let you know a couple things. Now, the second day we went on, I brought my friend Alfonso along, and you weren't sucking his dick, and I was very disappointed. And that's one of the things I'm into. Eventually I want to DP, I want to be in both of your holes at the same time. And if you're not into that, we're just going to have to call it off. So you're going to have to stop acting like a bitch, and you're going to have to get with a program.
Yeah.
And then you said.
And then I said...
Are you crying at that point?
I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to say.
Were you shocked? Give me the expression. Let me hear it. Just let me see the expression in the tears. Give me some fake tears.
I didn't start crying right away. He actually teared up before I did.
Oh, hold on. Let me reenact that. Look, you weren't sucking Alfonso's dick, and it really affected me. Now look, Natalia, we're gonna need to do the DP next week. If you're not in the DP, I'm not into you.
No, at
Like
first
that?
I was kind of angry.
Okay.
Because he talked about it so much. And he was like, I respect this, and like,
You better give me that fucking DP, bitch.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you guys are back and forth, and you're like, no, these holes are yours, Stingray, not his.
I was just confused because I thought we agreed already, and then he goes around and changes his mind again.
Oh, you made the agreement initially, so he hooked you in, reeled you in, then you thought, okay, I'm in control now, and he thought, no, surprise, bitch, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
So your heart was in there, you had emotional investment in him, you thought, oh, I love him so much, and then he yanked it away, he yanked it all away and said, look, it's time to pay the piper. Your man is taking care of you, it's time for you to take care of your man. And if you don't want to take care of your man, you could fuck right off.
Yeah, something like that.
Something along those lines. Sort of, kind of. And then?
But yeah, I don't know. I was just shocked because he's like, well, we're gonna do it this way, or you can he didn't give me. He's not like, I'm gonna break up with you. I'm gonna do this. He's like, you can do it my way or the highway.
Yeah. He said you can do it my way or the highway. Wow. So sick. And you thought, I'm going the highway then, but your heart said, I want to do it his way.
Yeah.
So with your mind, you were disagreeing, but with your heart, you were already attached. And then how was it when you finally did the DP with Alfonso? Was it horrible? Was it terrible?
No, it was. I don't have any of that.
Because you were into him, your heart was there, and so now it was a wonderful experience with Alfonso and him. Wow. I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm lagging. I'm gonna turn my video.
Oh, I like your video on. You're doing fine right now. It was perfect. I was getting turned on too.
Oh, God.
Okay, so you were resistant, hesitant at first. He put his foot down like a man should. He led the relationship. He told you what you shouldn't do and what you should do. And as a result, you cried? What happened?
I cried and then I realized he's right.
Okay, so you cried that day and did you cry and go off and have a little moment with yourself for a while, or did you just cry and then you change your mind at that point? What?
No, I cried. Like, I don't know if he's listening. But I cried all day, like at work.
Okay, so you're crying because you thought it might be over.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're crying all day at work. People are like, look, bitch, you need to count this money. You need to give the customers their change back, and you're crying all over the 20s. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. But, oh my God, I always lose my train of thought.
Okay, so you're crying. I know it's hard. I got my shirt off, and you're looking at me. You're thinking about what our first date's going to be like, and you're losing the train of thought. It's understandable, but we got to soldier on here. You were crying because you thought, it's over with me and Stingray. It's over.
Yeah, and then I just kind of asked myself, I'm like, what do I want?
What do I want, self?
Yeah.
Do I want a life with Alfonso and Stingray? Or do I want a life by myself? Without a guy? Do I want a life with manginas constantly begging me and telling me, what should we do, honey? What do you want to do? I'll just do whatever you want to do. Or do I want a real man who turns me on, who meets my needs?
Yeah, exactly. Those are seriously my thoughts.
Well, let me hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from me. I want to hear it from you. Speak up.
I'm turning my video off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear it from you.
Do you hear echo?
Echo. I'm going to mute my mic and get your answer. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I asked myself, what kind of guy do I want? Do I want a guy who doesn't know what the heck he's doing, who doesn't know where he wants the relationship to go, who doesn't know his role in the relationship? Or do I want a guy like Steve, who knows what he's doing, he knows how he feels, he knows what he wants, and, where am I going with this? I'm not really sure.
So you were sad that you weren't going to have that.
Yeah. I was just trying to weigh my, what's the word? Weigh my options? No, that sounds, just to see what I want. Like, is this, like, thing that he wants me to do worth being by myself? If that makes sense.
Right. Do I want to be by myself, or do I want to experience what I've been experiencing with this guy?
Yeah, something like that.
And?
And, well, the obvious person is that I want to be with him. And, I mean, it's worked out really well. It was kind of a scary thing to go through. Because I've told myself I wouldn't do that. Like, do those kind of things until I was very serious about someone and much further in the relationship than we were at that point. But
right, you didn't want to give up that candy box until it was time, and then you thought, oh, it's now time.
Yeah. It's just the way I grew up. I've just been taught that guys don't respect you if you do stuff like that with them, and I don't know, it sounds
honey, Natalia, if a guy asks you to DP with his best friend, you don't do it. He shows he's not respecting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So you had the reverse experience. You thought, oh, this is intimate. It's enjoyable with him because I'm in love with him. I'm emotionally attached to him, and it's nice to have a guy who's in charge.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm touched.
Yeah, exactly. He's the guy. I like that he has a command of And I don't have to, I can just be, you know, my own girly, feminine self instead of being like the dude in the relationship. Because I hate that. I hate when guys don't know what they want and I have to figure it out with them.
Yeah, I'm touched. I'm at a loss for words. It's such an emotional moment in this interview. It's almost like a turning point in our relationship. Wow. So you guys got over the sexual hump, and you finally consummated in strange ways that Stingray likes or enjoys, and you enjoyed it along with him. You didn't even realize it was in you to enjoy that.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
See, I'm the
one that's like, hey, let's do this.
Well, the problem is girls don't understand their sexuality. They think they're just like guys, where they like what they like, and what they don't like, they don't like. They don't realize that their sexuality is controlled by the man's sexuality. They're reactive in their sexuality. For example, you may think, oh, I've never been kissed on my neck. I don't like being kissed on my neck. But if I like kissing your neck, and I go in and I say, look, you come over here and I'm going to kiss your neck, you react to that. Like how I'm initiating, that's how you react to it. So that's kind of how it is sexually too. Like I've dated girls who thought blowjobs were disgusting, had never given a blowjob to their past partner, thought they're never going to give a blowjob, and slowly worked up to it. Now they love the blowjob because they're giving me a blowjob. It's not, in their mind, it's the blowjob is disgusting, but now when I am initiating it, now I'm giving a blowjob to him. They're not even thinking a blowjob, but it's the emotional feeling of meeting my need. You understand?
Kind of how I feel.
I want to hear how you feel. I don't want to hear about my experience.
Sorry, what was that?
I want to hear about your experience. I want to hear about your thought process in that.
Oh my God, I'm so bad.
I want to hear the thought process. This is all the juicy bits.
Thought process about what?
About what went through your head.
Yeah, I think some of the things that he wanted me to do, I was very, very against.
Right.
I did not want to do them. I never thought I was going to do them. I thought it was disgusting, gross. I could probably get some diseases.
I'm sorry, say that last part. Disgusting, gross, and what?
I could probably get some diseases.
Probably some diseases, something, yeah, disgusting, right, would happen. Okay.
Yeah. And then he just told me how much he likes it, how much of a rarity it might be.
How much of a turn on it is, right, to him.
Yeah, how good it makes him feel. I'm like, I want to make him feel good.
Right.
It makes me feel good.
Right. And now you've tried that, and because it's an experience with him and not just with any stranger. Now it's a totally different experience for you.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I'm turned on immediately, right? I don't even know what to do. I'm so turned on. Well, I gotta hear your opinion as a girl. What do you think about the Academy? Or what did you think in the past when you first heard about it? And how did you hear about it from him?
I thought it was kind of weird. Like,
it is weird.
Big guy, you know, kind of a jockey guy, I thought at first, who does this thing on the side that helps guys express their feelings.
Right, you're like, what is this guy doing on this site? He looks like a regular dude. He looks like a Aryan Viking. He's a big dude, and why does he need to be on a site for men? Manhood Academy? What is this bullshit?
Yeah, I thought it was really. I didn't have an opinion.
You thought it was gay as fuck. I'll translate for you.
Okay. I just thought it was kind of strange. Like, okay, yes. You know, girls are usually the ones that talk about feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah, girls are usually the ones that join Manhood Academy, but he decided he's going to join Manhood Academy.
Yeah, but now I think it's kind of cool. It makes sense. It's not like it's crazy or weird.
Well, we do it differently. When girls say, you got to talk about your feelings, you know, that's the biggest turn off to guys. I got to talk about my feelings. Guys don't want to talk about their feelings. What they want to talk about is their thoughts. But what they don't realize is that with every thought you have, there's already naturally a feeling with that thought. Like when I'm talking to you, there's already feelings with my thoughts. So it's not a matter of talking about my feelings. It's a matter of saying those thoughts that are in my head, but not repressing the feeling that goes along with the thought. So for example, you know, when you when you go to a football game, it would be very unnatural to go, yay, go team, without any emotion or tone in your voice, without your face lighting up. But when you're in the moment and you're not self-conscious, you release the feeling that's already associated with your thought. In your head, you're thinking, my team just scored a touchdown. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah! And your fists go up and your face animates and it lights up. You're not talking about your feelings. You're sharing your natural thought, and that feeling is already there. It's already attached to the thought. You're just letting it go. You're not trying to suppress it. That's what we're teaching guys here, is to not suppress the feeling that's already there. We're not telling them to become girls and conjure up feelings that aren't there or just focus on their emotions. That's definitely not our goal. Our goal is to get them talking about their thoughts, but to not remove the emotion that's already in their thought.
I understand. Good.
Yeah, so
all guys need to learn.
Yeah, all guys need to come here. So you thought, what cult has this guy joined? What am I gotten myself into? How did he let you know that he was going to the academy? Or did you just sneak up on him at some chat session? You thought, what? He's talking to guys on webcam, and there's a bottle of lotion and some tissue box next to him? What is going on here?
I forget when he mentioned it, but I think it's... I really don't remember. No, we were hanging out one time, and he was on the phone, I think. And I was like, what is that?
He's on the forum, you were hanging out, and you thought, what are you doing, Stingray? What is that, adult friend finder? What is that?
Yeah. And he's like, no, this is this thing that I joined, and he told me about it. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
And honestly, I didn't think he spent that much time on it as much as he does now.
You thought he was just on it for like 5 minutes a month.
Like, I didn't think it was like a club that he actually had to attend. And
little did you know, it was the whole reason why you fell in love with him.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, really, you've been dating me this whole time.
Yeah. No.
I've been teaching him. He's been teaching you. And as a result, you fell in love with him. So you fell in love with me by proxy. I mean, we've been dating for at least a good 6 months already.
All right, yeah, that's logical.
All right. I mean, isn't it? I mean, I'm just using reason here. Yeah. So you caught him on the site with his pants down and pleasuring himself. And you thought, this is a bizarre thing that this guy is involved in. And then over time, I'm sure he's taught you or told you more about the academy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've listened to a lot of his meetings that you guys do.
Uh-huh.
And it's very interesting, like Expression Club. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
I always kind of pick up a response in my own head, something that I would say if I was in the meeting.
You want to see our new ad? Can you see the chat room at all? Should have like the chat room open in another window, like in a browser.
Yeah.
You see the chat room?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do it. Okay, I'll go HTTP and 101.com. Chick Academy and two. That's our latest one. You like that one? It says supporting women in technology. A chick operating on a sandwich. She's got her glasses
That's so
on.
funny.
Yeah, that's our Chick Academy ad. Have you visited our Chick Academy, our sister academy?
No.
Well, you may want to one day. You just type.
Kidding.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you really have one, or are you?
If you type in chickacademy.com, you'll see our sister site.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
That's for you. Stingray has his site, manhitacademy.com. You have chickacademy.com.
oh, okay.
See?
Who leads that?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Who leads that?
Some very fine instructors.
Oh, okay.
They could really help you out.
Oh, I didn't know that. You never told me about it. You're probably kidding, aren't you?
No, you got to check it out. Once we're done with the interview, you could go check out Chick Academy. Okay, enough of that for now. Let's get back on track here. So you made the big decision. Now you're with him, and now you've been together for a while. What are your thoughts about this relationship as a whole? What are your...
I really like where it's going. We're very open. How to communicate. He knows how to communicate with me.
Right. So he opens you up.
He's in charge. That's what I like. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
The guy.
God, I want to just grab you and throw you over my shoulder. Oh, like that, right?
Yeah.
Does he pick you up? I like being able to pick you up.
Yeah, well, he does.
Oh, so good. Oh, so juicy.
He actually does. At the gym, we do push-ups. I sit on him.
Oh, so hot. You're sitting on him while he does push-ups. So sexy.
Yeah.
You guys have like you do role playing, little outfits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
No, not yet.
We need to be ourselves.
Well, what do you think about the academy now? Now that you've heard about the academy, you're meeting me for the first time. What's your opinion on the academy at this point?
It's a good idea for guys. It really is.
Speak up. People want to hear this.
It's a good idea for guys to join. I have an echo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got that's the next thing he needs to work on is the shitty internet connection he's got over there.
Right?
Yeah. He needs like Verizon Fios or something. That's next on the list.
Okay.
Or headphones. I think he's got headphones that cancel out the echo.
Oh, does he?
It's not plugged in. You don't see the headset over there?
No, I'm at my house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you plug in the headphones, it should get rid of the echo. How's that? Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Hello.
Hello. Better?
Nope, I still hear the echo.
Ah, damn it.
It's hard for me to talk.
Oh, well, everyone and everything tries to sabotage the Academy. If it's not White Knight Manginas criticizing our work, it's technology trying to thwart us. So you can see we have so many battles that we're facing here at the Academy.
Yeah. All good things have something that's trying to adapt.
Tell us one little interesting thing about you that I don't know. I mean, some little tidbit about you. Just a little interesting thing about you.
I used to be kind of, I don't want to even admit this, like, feminist.
Oh, feminist is even better. Oh, tell me. I gotta hear this now. You used to be feminist. I like you put that in quotes.
Honestly, I thought that's what guys like. A girl who knows what she's doing. A girl who's independent.
Most girls think that. Most girls think guys are so turned on by independence. If I'm sassy, I have my own opinion, I'm my own boss.
That's what I thought guys liked.
That's what most girls think. So you thought the guys were into independence. What else?
Guys liked a girl who knew what they wanted. Who, I don't know, who was like assertive.
Like the guy. You basically thought guys like want to bang other guys.
Yeah, chicks that are like us.
Assertive, independent, sassy, speaks her mind.
Yeah, girls who like football, you know.
Just like you see in the movies. Those are the types of girls you see in the movies, and you see guys swooning over them.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you had really short hair, like cropped butch with a little Dutch boy bangs in the front. Right. You had a shirt that said, "See you next Tuesday." And you were basically a cunt. And then, so did he find you at a feminist meeting? I mean, what happened? I mean, what happened to the feminist notions?
They went away as soon as I noticed that's not really what he liked. And then I kind of realized that.
Yeah, but what about what you liked? I mean, you thought, oh, those types of things would make you happy. A guy who was like equal to you. You guys are equal partners. You're all buddies. You're best friends. And then you had a different experience in your relationship, I assume.
Yeah.
It was different how you thought it would be. Like, what did you think in your mind, like how your relationship would be as a feminist?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I don't want to think about that.
I want to know. What did you think? Because most girls think this. We got to hear. Guys got to hear this. It's very educational.
If I was like in charge, where we had the say?
I don't know. Stop mumbling. Let me hear you.
I have an echo. I'm sorry.
You were going to have to fight through it. I have to fight through for this academy. You're going to have to fight through the echo. Fight through the echo. You can do it.
Okay, where were we? Sorry.
So we're talking about your feminist views, what you thought an ideal relationship would be like in your feminist world.
I thought that I'm not really even sure. I don't know. I honestly, like, I don't know what I would have done I don't even know how to express it.
How did you think of you had no picture of like what a relationship should be like or what he should be doing?
I just thought it was equal, that guys and girls, they both have a 50-50 say. Well, because of my religious background, I've always thought that a guy should be the leading role.
So you already had an ace up your sleeve. You at least had that going for you.
Yeah.
But in the world, that's the religious world. That's the religious cultural upbringing you got. But when you're raised in this world, which is mostly feminist and liberal, you have a different view. It's not that guys should be in charge. That's your religious background. But what about the social messages you're getting that aren't part of your religious background?
I don't know. I just thought if I was in a relationship with someone else, we'd just be doing normal stuff that couples do. But as far as communication goes, we probably wouldn't be communicating as well. We'd just be like talking about superficial stuff. Oh, guess who won the game? Or oh, this car is so great.
Right.
Things. But can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to turn my sound off so that might help with the echo. I'm not sure if it's helping or not.
It does.
Okay, good. So I'll mute in between questions. So you thought, okay, this is what it should be like, and then you had the experience now, and you're looking back on it. What's your view on feminism, or what was your view, and what is it now?
I hate them. Even
Louder.
With movies. Louder. Even with movies that, like, I don't really want to watch feminist movies anymore.
What's your idea of a feminist movie?
Where there's a girl in charge that's just kicking everyone's ass.
Basically every Hollywood movie that's come out.
Yeah, she's beating up all the dudes, and it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she wants.
Well, I've been fully educated now. I've got a peek into a real relationship. I'm assuming you guys have been having sex. You guys are a full couple. You hold hands and all that good stuff. So
yeah.
This is a real valid relationship where you're not a paid actress.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a dude with a high voice. You're actually a girl. You're a lovely girl. You lovely hair. I got a boner just talking to you, and you're dating one of our students here. I'm impressed. Color me impressed.
Okay. Sorry that I can't express my feelings as well as.
Well, you haven't had as much training as him. You haven't been to the academy. You haven't had the academy training that Stingray has had, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
We're going to lower the standard for this interview.
Okay.
So, any final? Stingray promised me that you would flash your tits before we ended the interview. Can we get a tit flash for the camera for me?
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Oh, can we at least get the shape? Can you put down? You got your shirt on, right? Can I see what you're working with?
No, I only do that for you.
So such a loyal woman. I like that. Any final thoughts before we call it quits to this? Any final words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom.
Any last thoughts you have about the academy, feminism, your boyfriend? I'm sorry?
I like what you're running here. It's good for the guys. For guys who don't know how to express themselves. And even for guys that do, they could probably learn a thing or two from this.
Definitely.
I definitely see a difference from past relationships as opposed to what my relationship is now and how much better it is, how much more in control it is. Your mute is off.
Do you get, when you get home and you see Stingray, do you get wet pretty quickly? Is it like, oh, he's here, I can't wait?
Yep.
Yep. There, you've heard it here. Yep. You've heard it here. That was a yep.
I hope this isn't gonna go online or something.
Oh, it definitely is. She's embarrassed. Every time she's embarrassed, her face turns red. She giggles and she throws the camera off of herself because she's so self-conscious. But it's a beautiful thing to see. I mean, it turns me on. Natalia, it's been a lovely experience interviewing you. I've learned a lot of things. I'm sure the audience has learned a lot of things. I wish you the best with Stingray.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Put them on. We're going to conclude the interview. Thank you for another wonderful episode of Manhood Academy Interviews. Welcome to the closing thoughts portion of this interview with Stingray and girlfriend present. Sting, you might have missed some of the major portions, major highlights. I'll try to clue you in on some of the things we talked about. We just went over our past feminist views, what she thought a relationship should be like. We talked about your sexual perversions, what you insisted on having a threesome with Alfonso, and she finally gave in. We talked about her crying and getting emotional during the day, not being able to, flip the pizzas over at Domino's at her job and almost getting fired because she was at a crisis of conscience. Should she follow her feminist views and tell this guy to fuck off, or should she continue to enjoy the relationship she's been in with a real man who's been able to lead her and take charge? We talked about your ability to lead, how that turned her on. I even tried to hit on her. She agreed to come down here, and she even agreed reasonably to the statement that because I taught you how to express yourself and how to lead a relationship, and she fell in love with you, that by proxy, she has been dating me. So we covered that.
I heard it. But I heard... Okay, I'm going to make a statement.
Yeah, go ahead.
From her defense, that I told her to talk to you as if she was talking to me. Because I knew that she was going to be shy, and she wasn't going to want to talk to you. So when you're hitting on her, it's like I'm hitting on you.
Yeah. We got a yep out of her for a couple answers. We got a little bit of elaboration with a little teeth pulling. We got some real answers. It was a tough interview, but it confirmed a lot of things because it was from an actual girl. So it confirmed a lot of things, I think.
She needs some training.
That's for sure.
I need to work with.
I'm going to give you couples training right now. Okay. I want get her to face you.
Face me.
Okay, put your hand on her neck. Not around her throat, but just on the back of her neck, like you're holding her and talking to her like that. And you tell her, look, when you say that, you're gonna be doing something during sex, like she's gonna be giving you a blowjob, and you're gonna tell her, look, I want you to say you like that lollipop in your mouth. Okay? Yeah. So, and then she's gonna giggle. Go ahead, you can do it right now, because this isn't the part you need to worry about.
Well, Professor, I do this during sex. So
but okay, so if you're doing that during sex, this is the important part, though. It's not what you're saying. She's going to giggle about it and be self-conscious. She's going to say it, and she's going to turn her, you're going to see the self-conscious signs. Either she's going to be monotone about it, she's going to giggle about it, she's going to turn away, she's going to say it sarcastically, one of those things. You're going to say, no, not that way. Say it the right way. You're going to get her to say it the right way, where it's open, she's not self-conscious about it, and when she says it, that's what you're trying to go for, so that she feels comfortable basically opening up with you and doesn't have that self-consciousness that most girls have and aren't able to express what they're feeling.
Yeah, I already do that.
Oh, good. Well, then you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, a lot of times she giggles. She's a big giggler. You might have noticed. Every sentence is a giggle. So, during intimate moments.
Oh, I don't, any giggling, I'll fucking punch that bitch out. So, yeah, I don't allow giggling in the bedroom at all.
Yeah, when it gets to a certain point, the giggling is a no-go.
Yeah, it's a no-go. Yeah, the giggling is really like, because when she's giggling, especially like in the beginning of a relationship, she's very self-conscious. She's probably not even aware of it. But the more you make her feel comfortable, the more the giggling stops, because you have to create the environment where it's okay to express what's on her mind and have the feeling expressed with it. So when you make that environment okay, the giggling like gets less and less and less, because the giggling is saying, that's not really what I'm thinking. That's not really what I'm feeling. So as she is more accountable to her thoughts and feelings and says that is what I'm thinking and feeling, there's no more reason to giggle. So the giggling goes down and down. Now, of course, when she's a natural girl, she's going to giggle at shit. She's going to feel insecure about shit. That's just the girl in her. But just around you, there's going to be less of that. It's really the excuse that says, that's not me, that's somebody else. I don't want to be blamed for that thought. I don't want to be blamed for that feeling. So if you're creating that environment where it's okay to do that, that'll drop down dramatically.
Yeah. And in the interview, he was a little bit nervous about talking about...
Understandable. She's talking to the founder of the Academy.
Yeah, she's a stranger too. She doesn't know you.
Stranger danger.
So, yeah, stranger danger. But I think you'd agree, Natalia, that you like it when I make you stop giggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's something that I hate. It's a bad habit.
Yeah.
I've tried to stop it.
So
and it's gotten better now.
It makes things so much sweeter. So much
it's so much more tender. When you're fucking her mouth, it's so much more tender. When you're kissing, when you're talking intimately about things, and when you're out on a picnic or you're at Disneyland or wherever you guys go to, and you're able to talk about things and tell her things intimately, and you get the intimate response back, not the giggly response back. It's so much better in the relationship.
Yeah, and you didn't talk about virginity.
Oh, we forgot to cover the virginity. I understand Stingray's here, so you have to lie, but we were talking about the hymen that wasn't intact, and we said, hey, it's okay that you've been on a stripper pole in your past life, but now that you're on his pole, it's like it's sort of a pseudo virginity.
I was defending your honor, saying that you were...
Yeah, guys were making accusations in the hangout last night that you weren't a virgin, and some went even so far as to tell Stingray, ignorance is bliss, so you keep thinking that. But if it's gonna expose anything, I'm gonna allow you to take the Fifth Amendment on this, or I'm gonna allow you to...
Let me say something in her defense.
Okay. He's going to get her hymen right now. He's retrieving her hymen. For those who aren't watching, he has it in a box. Shake weight. Okay. Yeah, it's a shake weight.
Now, this is how innocent she is. When I'm like, oh wow, you have a shake weight. That's kind of I wasn't expecting that from you. You're like, well, so what? It's a little weight that I use, even though everyone knows this is like the most sexual.
Right. So does she shake weight? Is she like this with a shake weight? Up and down? Let me see how you first use the shake weight around him. Okay, now put it near your mouth. Oh, she's playing with a shake weight. It's like she's so oblivious to what the shake weight is. She was sitting on it while it's shaking. That's how little she knew about the shake weight.
Yeah, so I think she doesn't know about shake weight. She's not going to know about...
No, I don't want to put you on the spot and have you answer this virginity question, but are you a fucking virgin? Or are you a dirty, slutty whore? I need to know. The Academy needs to know.
I was.
She was. All right, well, he's here. I don't expect you to be honest. That's fine.
I didn't get a bunch of people to back me.
Did you get a little fingering? Is that why the hymen's gone? Did somebody try to shake weight you?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Honestly, the only person I've done with a guy is a kiss. Where I met this one.
A kiss, wow.
Naked. No one's ever, touched me in any way.
Oh, wow. She's like you found a present, basically, that hasn't been touched on Christmas morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
On my rose.
Wow. So amazing. It's such an amazing story. It is an amazing story. And I know some of the haters, especially Dick Van Dyke, when he's listening to this, he's going to be angrily beating off because he was one of the proponents of the non-virginity theory around the Academy. One of the serious supporters.
Well, see, give some background, which you should always give somebody to talk about context. Last night, Dick Van Dyke...
Stingray, can you speak up?
Okay. Last night, Dick Van Dyke was, as he's calling you a whore, he was saying, all girls have sucked off a million cocks.
Yeah, he's speaking about his bitter experiences, all his past girlfriends.
Yeah, and I said, well, sorry for you, Dick Van Dyke, but that is not my experience. I have you, and you are not part of that world. So I'm lucky.
Well, not previously, but now she's into a lot of different worlds.
Not each. As I like to say, no slut, but neither my slut. So, yeah.
Right, if we were to compare her now to a stripper in your personal strip club, we would say she's a champagne room veteran.
Yes. VIP.
I have no idea what that is.
Usually they take the chicks who take guys in the back in the champagne room get tips for doing extra dances and extra favors and extra things like that. So in Stingray's personal strip club, you've been to the champagne room a few times, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. She seems to be nodding. She's nodding. Okay, good. Stingray, any of your thoughts about your relationship that she hasn't covered or hasn't shared, touched upon? Any moments you can think of? Anything?
Yeah. As I was listening to her for most of the interview.
Yeah, listening through the door, right?
He's so bad at talking.
Yeah, I was pretty frustrated with her inability to express anything more than, well, he's a guy, he knows how to take charge.
Right, you wanted to come in and strangle her. She hasn't had the training that you've had here to be accountable to her thoughts and feelings and give that context and let it go out. You were about to give her push-ups.
Yeah, I was getting kind of pissed off, so that's really my biggest thought is she needs a lot more, I mean, you need a lot more work, baby,
I know.
Expressing yourself.
Oh, I know.
And giving context.
Well, as you raise your standard with her, she will follow suit. So it's just like anything else, any other relationship.
Yeah, so that's my biggest thought.
Yeah, it's like talking to you. Talking to you sometimes is like talking to a block of cheese, and I gotta pull things out of you. So it's like it works downhill. I talk to you, make you more accountable, and then you, as a result, make her more accountable.
Yeah. This is like my dad, so...
This is your dad that's hit on your girlfriend.
My dad, so it doesn't even hurt me. What, you don't? You don't feel attraction?
Yeah, you better fucking like his dad. You better be wet when you're talking to his dad. He's actually pissed off. He thought that I should be able to get you, and now he's pissed off that I can't get you. It's blowing his mind. He's hurt.
Are you attracted to him?
Yes. Look, let me put it this way. Natalie, let me answer it this way. Let's say Stingray, God forbid, he got hit by a car. He's in a coma. He's a vegetable. We have to pull the plug on him. It's been 6 months. We just can't save him. Now, you're going to be alone. Wouldn't you want to be taken care of by a Manhood Academy student, if not the professor, in his place?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Look, he's dead. He's gone. You can't have threesomes with him and Alfonso anymore. All that stuff about leading, taking care of you, being there when you come home, he's out of the picture. Somebody's got to fill that void. Would you let me fill that void?
That's superficial, but I like how he looks.
Yeah, but he's gone. You can't look at him. His corpse is decaying. You're seeing him, and they did a bad job at the coroner's office when they put him together for the open casket. I mean, it looks disgusting. It smells bad, too. He's gone. So we're at the funeral, and I have to ask you this question at the funeral. I don't mean to ask it at the funeral. I know you're grieving at this time, but do you think, Natalia, there's something we could make something happen? Out of this, the fall, I should say the winter of your relationship, do you think we could make it blossom at some point in the future?
She's asking me if she's supposed to dance.
Well, I'm asking her. We don't want her have her coached answer. We want her a real answer. Are you just going to grieve for the rest of your life and be lonely and be a loser, or are you going to get on that horse again and ride once again?
I'm going to get on that horse again.
Okay, well, there you heard it. She's agreed to date me if something happens to you, Stingray. So she's in good hands. If you tragically, shuffle off this mortal coil, in the future, you can be assured she'll be taken care of by a Manhood Academy student. We have that security that we offer here.
Good.
Any final closing thoughts? Because I got to get out of here. I got to get to work on the ebook.
Nope. It'd be a better interview if she could learn to express herself better.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even flash her tits. I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't a normal Manhood Academy interview. So I was disappointed in my ability. I mean, usually we can get a tit flash, but here it was like, fuck.
I was like, well,
I couldn't even get a nipple. I mean, she wouldn't even show her shirt, like the outline of her shirt on her breast. I couldn't even get that. It's bullshit. Yeah, that's what I like to see. I mean, now he's taking charge of this relationship. Now he's showing off the goods. Show off a little bit of those goods. Yeah! Okay, this has been another wonderful episode of Manhood Academy Couples Interviews. Thank you guys for participating. See you next time.